Yes. Finally back.
We're back in the flesh.
You have to use that? You have to use that? That's the phrase you go with there.
We back in the spot.
What is up, ladies and germs? Welcome back to the most wretched wrestling podcast out there.
The wretchedest of them all.
You want to try that again?
The wretchedest of them all.
That's good.
Of them all, people. We're starting late. That is my fault this time.
That's alright.
But
we're here.
I did not watch wrestling, so it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. Let me get my live feed open here.
There you
Turn
go.
the volume off.
Setties. Oh, boy.
I didn't realize how short my haircut was. Shit. Just noticed it for the first time.
Craig doesn't look in any mirrors or anything like that. Why would he?
Why would I? I wouldn't. Alright. We're going to go
He's so fabulous, his mirror
right
is
into the
jealous
live
of you.
show. What's up, Roman Reigns Deep? Ugh. Ugh. I hope that's not because you want to go deep into Roman Reigns.
No. Why are they like on 141 or whatever?
What's on 141?
The time stamp.
Oh, I'll explain it during the show.
God.
We have a little contest for our viewers.
Which one of you are the gayest?
I'm sure you would win that.
I'm not a listener though. That's not the.
You don't listen to our own show?
Craig, I'm not a listener. I'm a participator.
All right, let's just jump into it. Ready?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast, episode 90. Craig Dixon here.
If you know, you know. What's up, guys? It's Fred Robinson here. We back in the flesh. Back in the cut, as we were saying before. As Craig told me not to say.
Again, in the flesh. I mean, let's try to get away from all weird euphemisms that could possibly be
Fresh in the cut.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
We're back, man.
We're back. We missed a week.
Hiatus.
I don't even remember what happened last week. We just kind of...
Schedules faltered.
Sketchies didn't work out last week?
Sketchies were not in cahoots with each other.
So... You know, we the last time I saw you was at the big old Memorial Day
bash
at Dixon House of Pain, and
I was really surprised that there wasn't any fireworks. Though I was kind of disappointed.
I keep telling you there's no fireworks on Memorial Day, and no, it never was a thing.
The only fireworks I heard was of Katy Perry, of course, who of course is an idol of mine. But still, I wanted the real thing. You know,
yeah, of course she is.
You know, well, Craig, she teaches us how to be a firework. You know, like that's an important lesson, Craig.
Is it really?
Baby,
Craig?
you're a firework. Something, something, something.
Don't call me baby.
That's the lyric stuff.
Yeah, I know.
All right,
so,
baby, I'm sorry.
I'd like to welcome you all back. We're here.
We're there.
We're everywhere. WWP, baby!
Baby!
So... Wow, we have so much to talk about. But honestly, how much of it is actually worth talking about? Because I mean, it's 2 weeks of programming that we missed, that we haven't recapped or discussed or delve into, if you will. So here we are, 2 weeks out of no WWP, and we'll get back to that Memorial Day party a little bit later.
Please do. I mean,
Because I have so many questions. So many questions,
but yet so many answers were answered that Sunday. On Monday, I mean.
I feel like more questions
Day.
had opened up than there were going in. Now I'm
Things open up inside me, but you know.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant at all. That's not what I meant.
No, but Memorial Day came and gone. Wow, we're talking about Memorial Day. That's May, and now we're in June. Sounds weird, but it came and gone, you know, and...
Like calendar lesson from...
I mean, I showed up to the... we won't go into too much, but I came to the party hand in hand with someone, didn't I, Craig? I proved you wrong once in my life.
Well, you definitely showed up hand in hand with someone. Still not sure if you proved anything.
No.
We'll get to that later. I
don't know how we get to that later. You met Maria. End of story. Let's continue on with our lives.
All right, let's continue.
We're
with our
both
lives.
in love. Okay, so I mean, like you are in love and I'm in love. You know.
See, I don't.
And maybe with each other too.
No.
Okay,
No, let's not.
I've been drinking tonight.
Okay, yeah, of course that's the excuse this week. So let's talk about stuff that's been happening the last couple weeks in the world of the World Wrestling Entertainment. It doesn't sound as good as saying World Wrestling Federation, but we could jump to anything here. We have a little docket here that we've prepared. So, what do you feel like talking about first on my little list here?
I'm reading it for the first time right now.
Yeah, little preview for yourself.
I know you wanted to rant on some things.
Oh, I definitely need to rant.
So I'm gonna go with the Ronda Rousey Nia Jax feud.
Okay.
This Father's Day weekend, Ronda Rousey is challenging Nia Jax for her women's championship.
Is Father's Day already next week?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it, that means I gotta do shit.
But it's for you, though. I mean, you don't
I know, but
it's not like you're like, but when do I get her,
it means I gotta go out to brunch and I gotta do all this bullshit with the family. It sucks. It sucks dick.
Families suck.
They really do sometimes.
Oh, man.
Alright, so...
Can't wait to get married.
Ronda versus Nia Jax, alright? This was announced a couple weeks ago. We talked about it a little bit. We were wondering where they were going to go with this. The last place we left off was how are they going to fit Nia as a babyface into this program against Ronda Rousey, arguably the most popular female superstar on the roster.
It is hard to fit her into things, you know?
Well, definitely that.
Yes.
That is true. That is very true. It's definitely difficult
That
for
was
her.
on the docket.
No.
Anyway.
So let's talk about what happened 2 weeks ago. So Nia Jax faced a jobber, okay? And for whatever reason, she decided
it was but it wasn't a jobber, wasn't it? It was like a mixed martial artist, like a boxer or something. They're like, let me show off.
She
my
does
skills.
an armbar or something,
or whatever. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And, semantics.
Yeah, and Nia has a microphone throughout the entire match, and I've said this probably multiple times, but she's not very good on the mic, and especially in a situation where she's out of breath and in the middle of a match, and probably eating a cheeseburger on the side. And she's just completely heels out the whole time, like, look, I can get out of an armbar, here, put me in an armbar. And I'm like, oh, this is the fucking worst thing I've ever seen.
It's so stupid.
I
actually saw that, that was one of the things I actually saw, and it was so, oh my god, it was so stupid.
And you know, Ronda, what was
like
Ronda
the
doing?
poor man's Braun Strowman, like...
Not even. She's like poor man's Big Show.
It's
like
she's
now.
trying to like beat up a person, like a little person, and it's like... Braun Strowman used to do that, but he used to make it fun, and like when she does it, it's like such a waste of time. And then Ronda doesn't even do anything. She's just like, all she does. I realize Ronda. Okay, I love Ronda Rousey. Don't get me wrong. I love her. I'm glad she's in the WWE. But the only thing she does is just kind of like smile, and she hovers over Natalya to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all she does, though. She's just really like, she's always like, Are you okay?
Yeah.
How are you feeling? And I'm just like, oh my god, like I feel like there's should have said some sort of like segue into like maybe like a build up to her, but I don't know, you know, I play double-edged sword. It's also tough because she's like one of the most one of the most famous women in the United States, you know.
Yeah, I have.
What do you do? Like you have to put her up there.
They gotta start like portraying Ronda a little bit better going forward, because she's just like the thing where she's smiling when she comes out and she's like waving to the crowd, and it's just like it doesn't seem Ronda Rousey-ish to be doing that shit.
Definitely
like,
not.
I want her
it's like the complete opposite of what she used to
be. Just be fucking stone cold. That's all she needs to do. Just walk out to the ring. Do not smile. Just have that fucking scowl that she always puts on. Yeah. Just be her. Let her be her. Whatever. Let her be like that at all times.
I wonder if they're making her do that for some reason.
It might be.
Like maybe to seem less like maybe like to even the playing field a little bit.
It could be.
I don't know. I'm really trying to justify why she does that because it, like you said, it's like uncharacteristic of her in her UFC career at all, you know? And,
yeah,
you know, when she did it, like,
weird.
the first couple times, it was, like, fun, because it was, like, you know, oh, hey, I'm here in WWE,
here now,
I appreciate the fans, how, okay, blah, blah, blah. But you don't see, like, Sasha Banks doing that every week, even though she's a face. Like, you see her do that. Like, she dances or whatever. Like, you know, like, she doesn't just, like, wave to the crowd and shit, you know? Like...
Well, this is the thing that, like, I had... And then
I don't get it, dude.
And then throwing her in this program with Nia. And then Nia, who is, like, a babyface doing this whole bullying angle thing. And all of a sudden, she's feuding with, you know, with Ronda. And she does this weird, like... completely healing bully thing, basically beating up a jobber, saying she's a piece of shit. Like, oh, here,
beating up a little person.
Yeah, like, oh, here, take a swing at me, and I'm gonna hit you harder. You know what I mean? Like, and she's just healing out on the mic, and then we come back to the next week, and it's Nia Jax versus Natalya, and
that's where I saw the thing when she covered over her. Like,
and then Nia is acting like she was beforehand. She's smiling when she's coming out to the ring. She's not being cocky like she was the week before. I'm like, what direction are they going in with this now? It's like, she's a heel one week, she's a face the next week. Like, I get ultimately she's going to end up full-blown heel. But, like, why the jumping back and forth?
Thank you, Kyle, but,
Of course, Fred gets a compliment from a dude on Periscope.
No, I mean, it was called, like, Kylie, you know? Like, it's African, I think, you know?
It's Kylie, yeah.
Kylie Jenner! It's Kylie Jenner! Yeah. Of course, dude.
But
I'm not gonna go there, though. I'm not racist. I'm not a Kardashian Jenner type of guy, let's say, you know.
Oh, so you're white. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, but I don't know. It just seems so kind of fucking out of place, and it was like two different writing teams wrote the same, like, the 2 weeks of programming. It made no fucking sense. I'm like, and then Natalya got injured, and she hurt her leg. She, like, tweaked her leg, and what do? They like, she's concerned for her. She's like, I'm sorry. I feel bad. And then she confronts her backstage, too. Like, I just wanted to check on Natalya. I'm like, like, last week she was being such an asshole. Why is she coming out this week and being such a nice person about it? It makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
I would have taken it as, like, they should have just kept it face versus face. Just say that, you know, Nia Jax does have this size advantage, which... honestly, you know, in a MMA style, that would actually be a huge advantage. You know, a featherweight facing a heavyweight is a much bigger deal, or a bantamweight. You know, if it's Ronda Rousey,
or commit to her being a heel full time. But like, I don't know.
You just did this whole fucking thing. I'm just saying, like,
but
so just stick with it. Then,
I'm just saying, stick with one thing through 2 weeks, because this made no fucking sense at all.
Yeah, no, I know.
So they're gonna face at Money in the Bank next week.
It still would have generated like a lot of heat if she just would have stayed face and just been like, listen, bitch, like, I know you UFC, but like, you know, show the size advantage, you know, in a different way, you know, somehow. But yes, whatever.
Okay, so let's jump to the next thing here. Unless you have anything else you want to throw in before we move on.
No, I just don't know what they're gonna do. The fucking finish of this match. I'm really.
I feel like Stephanie has to get involved, right?
Yeah, she kind of has been
makes Nia her hired gun or something.
Because, like, you know, they made it completely fucking stupid and let us know that, you know, she's like has a vendetta against her. You know,
I seem to
God
be.
forbid, like,
yes, the person saying I might be a Kurt Angle fan. I am wearing a Kurt Angle shirt, so yes, I am a fan of Kurt Angle. That's a good assumption.
It's true.
Are you a fan of Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns deep? Like, I'm not sure.
How'd you come up with that name? Because I'm kind of interested.
She's a big fan of the Roman Empire, like the actual Roman Empire.
Like it's very deep, like it went through many, countries and all.
Yeah, and like, it reigned over the entire world, you know?
That's true, actually.
It rained deep on it.
Yeah, well, you know.
Alright, let's move on to the next thing. So, alright, last time we spoke about this topic was our last episode.
2 weeks ago.
The Sami Zayn, Bobby Lashley feud continues to be...
You mean
it might have improved slightly because I don't think they could have gone any lower than the sisters thing.
They had to have improved over cross-dressing sisters.
Yes, definitely.
They had to have, you know, as
absolutely.
much as people think that I like that, you know, for some reason. No, I did not like that, you know.
Yeah, right. So
I get it, people.
So 2 weeks ago,
it happens.
It does happen.
To many people, to more people than you think.
To yellow shirt wearing people.
To people like Mike Tyson and me.
Mike Tyson?
Somewhere in the
Okay.
But I have dated a crossdresser. I will admit that.
Yes, you did.
Hello, my name is Fred, and I dated a crossdresser. But that's over now.
Oh, okay.
So let's move on, people.
I'm ready and willing to move on.
Let's do it. Hurry, before I start talking about it again. You know?
2 weeks ago, Sami Zayn literally offered an apology. Shut the fuck up. Offered an apology for how bad that segment was.
He should have.
Yeah,
but it wasn't his fault.
And this was the day after. This was Memorial Day, the Memorial Day Raw. So Bobby Lashley came out in the.
So we had a DVR. We weren't watching it.
It was the John. Right. I definitely didn't watch it live.
No, because we were with our chicks.
Well,
our chicas.
But okay, so you remember how we always like shit on John Cena when he would always pretend to be in the army and do like the Marines thing? Like, okay, I know Bobby Lashley was really in the military or the army or whatever, but like, of course, as soon as he comes out, like, he's like confronting a guy who blatantly made fun of him and his family the week before, and he's just like, hey, Sammy, right before I talk, I just want to talk to the fans for a minute. I really, really want to tell everybody I appreciate them,
people,
for their service and thank you for honoring all the people who have died in the military. Just like, I'm like, why do you have to shove this fucking bullshit down our throats? Like,
yes, we are not saying that we are against the military and the people, but can we
forced bullshit like that? That's what it is.
It's forced like a fucking dick and an
See, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there with your track record.
But I wanted to prove my point.
Okay, yes.
That it was very forced.
It was forced. It was definitely forced, and I was not a huge fan of it.
Whenever, like, a celebrity or, like, you know, if they're in the middle of something and then they have to stop to commemorate the troops, stuff like that, it's always, like, you know, they want some kind of, you know, they want people behind them right away. Like, it's like a desperate attempt to get approval, basically.
Yeah, it's desperate. It always comes off as desperate. John Cena used to do it all the time, and now it's Bobby Lashley now. Whatever. And they do, like, a handshake, and, like, Bobby Lashley doesn't let go of his hand. He, like, hurts his hand or whatever. And that was that for 2 weeks ago. Then this past week, let's talk about this thing, okay? So, Sami Zayn comes out again, and now he's like stalking Bobby Lashley on social media, and he's like
so weird.
He's like on his Instagram and showing all these inspirational posts, like these images of quotes that he's posting, and like he's literally diving into how fake of a person would post that thing. And like I get the idea here. The idea here is to like, oh, Sami Zayn's an asshole. Like Bobby Lashley's just like a nice guy, and he's just trying to put a positive spin on things. Yeah. But as Sami Zayn's saying all these things, I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm with you on this one, Sammy. I fucking hate people who post shit like that. Those people are fake motherfuckers.
Stupid.
And it went on for like 5 minutes, and every time he was getting really into it. I'll give Sammy credit; he was really good in this segment.
He needed to do something.
But like, it's just like I'm like, I don't like people like that. And then he comes out, and again, Lashley comes out, and he's doing this thing. He's smiling. I don't know what it is about his clothing, though, but it just bothers me so much. It's just like...
He's wearing a stupid headband. It's clearly, like...
But he wears a t-shirt that's like 5 times too small for him. Then he wears like a jacket over it. He wears red pants, and he wears a stupid hat. Like nothing matches at all.
Yeah,
like,
he's got that Apollo Crews smile.
Yeah, he does.
Only it's worse.
Careful, the WNA might think that's racist. I know it...
What? Why?
You compare a black guy to a black guy.
No, but I mean, you know, it's different.
It's different. It was just really, really bad, too, for him to come out and be like, Sammy, where are you going? Sami, I'm gonna beat you at Money in the Bank. And, like, that was it. That's all Bobby Lashley did this week. And I'm like, this is not selling. Like, I get the idea that you're trying to get people invested in Bobby Lashley, but I feel like ever since he re-debuted in WWE, I just feel like people are remembering everything that they didn't like about him in WWE, and that he's just he's bland. He's very bland. He has no charisma, and his wrestling ability is decent, but he hasn't wrestled enough. He hasn't had like a 5-star match. He hasn't had like a 20-minute classic on Raw. Nothing like that. He's just having these quick matches and getting beat down or beating up Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, like, they could have gone maybe, like, they could have really done it well with maybe building him up kind of like a Braun Strowman, only maybe, like, not facing jobbers, but maybe, showing that, he's a big fucking dude and he could fuck somebody up, which he probably could, So, like, and then lead into a program with Sami Zayn. Not just, like, this fake bullshit. It feels like politics. Like,
it does.
It does feel like fucking Hillary Clinton, like, fucking shoving her old ass up there and being a fucking, like, fucking fake ass, man. It's the same thing. It reeks of fakeness.
And I love...
I liked him more in TNA when he was a heel, at least, because at least he was acting, like, normal. You know? Like, he wasn't acting like a fucking loser.
I mean, I'll be the first one to admit, I haven't watched TNA in a long time, but, like, I know that a lot of people praised his work in TNA as a heel.
Yeah, it wasn't amazing, but it was good.
When I heard he was coming back to WWE, I was like, okay, alright, it's time. I guess it's time now.
People improve after, Sting. Look at Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, he got a major pop when he came back, and we're like...
And he's bigger and badder than ever.
Yeah, and...
Like, he'll do really well. And with some time off.
But then Bobby Lashley came back, and I felt like it was like ECW champion Bobby Lashley all over again, fighting Umaga at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like we're right back where we left off. He looks exactly the same. There's nothing new about him. His promo ability has not improved, and he's just the same boring, generic character. I'm sorry if... I know a lot of people like him, and I know a lot of people want to see him face Brock Lesnar, but I'm already saying I don't want that to fucking happen anymore. I hope that rumor is not happening, because I do not want to see that.
That should have happened already then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they should have thrown that away on, like, a quick pay-per-view.
Yeah, but I think people were excited because, the MMA background. And they saw the TNA Bobby Lashley, and they saw what he was capable of, and I don't know if it's just like a thing where they're just... I don't know what goes through their head sometimes, man. Like, do they see it in, like, something in TNA work, and they're just like, no, we can't do that. You're like, no, like, they did it first, so no, like... I
mean,
I can't explain that.
They're really doing the broken Matt Hardy gimmick. Like, I mean, I don't know why... I just don't understand. I don't understand what they're doing with Bobby Lashley right now, because they did that interview with him where he was talking about his sisters. Then they do this wacky, like, Rock and Mankind, like, oh, it's your birthday, this is your life, Rock. Like, it's just like, you can't go to the well this many times to try to make people like him at this point. At this point, he's just got to go into the ring and wrestle and stop doing all of this outside of the ring shit. Sami Zayn's bringing it. I'll give him that. I've loved Sami Zayn's promos lately.
Yeah.
I can't really fault him for the writer's decision to do that sisters thing a couple weeks ago, but aside from that, he's been really good in this. But again, he's just going to be fed to Bobby Lashley. It's just he's going to be his first victim since coming back.
Yeah, much like Alexa did her absolute best in This Is Your Life, Bailey. He did do the best he could with the cross-dressing shit. And he's doing the best he can with it.
Again, the same thing with Alexa. It was nothing to do with her fault. It was just really, really poor writing. She didn't go to the writers and say, hey, I want to bring out Bailey's past, and I want to have her go... have her, her best friend and her ex-boyfriend make out in the ring together. Like, she didn't come up with that storyline. Sami Zayn did not come up with the storyline. That was one of the worst segments of last year.
That guy's name was Phil Johnson.
Phil Johnson. We talked about Phil Johnson a lot last year.
Man, he was a fucking player in 2017, according to WWP.
We definitely talked about him more than we did Bobby Lashley in 2017.
We did, actually. Oh, man. That's, forgot my train of thought. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. So, a couple other things happened last couple weeks. Those were really the two main topics we really wanted to talk about. So we kind of got through that in a half an hour. So that's not too bad on our pace. The rest is just like a little bit of things here and there. What do you think of the B team, man?
I'm liking it so far.
You liking the B team?
Yeah. I don't like I said 2 weeks ago. I don't know if it's going to go the route of like a Bobby Roode or a where something comes really popular and really, really popular, or does it become, something that, like the Fashion Files where it was popular and then they just kind of dropped it, like, I don't know, because they don't have really, like, a track record, much by themselves. Like, Miz is the one that brought him into the group, so,
yeah,
I'm hoping so, but like, I don't know, man, like, it's also the tag division where they kind of forget about people, and all of a sudden, hey, the club's here too. Let's bring them in and
speaking
stuff
of
or whatever.
The tag division, two weeks ago, they did this Memorial Day barbecue, and I'm like looking at the people in the ring, and I'm just realizing how bad the Raw tag team division is right now.
What happened?
The champions are Matt and Bray Hardy. I almost said Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, and like aside from the Revival, who are pretty much an afterthought at this point, all the tag teams suck. It's Heath Slater and Rhino, Titus Worldwide, the Ascension, Breezango, and the B team, and that's
what happened.
That's it. And
what happened to it? Well, we were just talking about how great tag team wrestling was.
SmackDown tag team wrestling is still good, but
so what happened?
I mean,
the bar went away. The bar went to SmackDown.
Well, that's what when the Superstar Shakeup was coming, we thought that they were gonna like reinvigorate the Raw tag team division, and the only thing they really did was they lost a couple guys, and it's gotten worse. Yeah, it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
So they had this stupid food fight, which is like so predictable when there was all this food in the fucking ring, and I'm just like, oh god, here we go. The B team's gonna become a joke angle again, and then the next week they have a number one contender battle royal. I'll get into one part in a minute, but the winning team was the B team, last eliminating Heath Slater and Rhino. I'm like, why can't the Ascension get a rub here? Why can't the Revival get a rub here? Or
what happened to the Revival, by the way?
They're just doing nothing with them. They're just sitting there. They had
so much promise.
They had one of our top matches of the year with DIY a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's amazing how you go from there, and then a couple injuries aside, and then you're just like kind of an afterthought.
Yeah,
why don't you just put the belt on fucking Dolph and Drew McIntyre at this point, dude?
Yeah, well,
like they're the team, like they're the fucking team that I can. I love the B team. Don't get me wrong, but maybe they can have a good feud with Drew and Dolph. Maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, that was the next thing on my docket here.
Okay.
Was I did want to talk about McIntyre a little bit because I've been really impressed since he got called up. Like even more so
than NXT.
He was good in NXT, but I'm even kind of like more impressed with him on the main roster now because I feel like he's just bringing it more. Like he's like fucking, his intensity level is up. He's just really into it right now. I like the pairing with Dolph Ziggler for some reason. Like they kind of go together. I wasn't sure at first.
I didn't like it at first.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it too much at first, but I'm kind of digging it right now. It's got that Diesel Shawn Michaels feel to it.
Yeah,
and so they're the thing is I don't know what they're doing with them right now. This is like my one issue. Like 2 weeks ago, Dolph and Drew McIntyre beat up Chad Gable, right?
Yes.
And the rumors have been coming that Jason Jordan is going to be returning soon, and I'm like, okay, so maybe this is like they're setting up maybe an American Alpha reunion, and they're going to come back and save him. So that's what I thought they were doing with this. So then this week on Raw, they have the number one contenders battle royal that we just spoke of, and Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler are the first fucking team eliminated. Ziggler gets eliminated and that's it. What? And then they beat up people after they're eliminated. I'm just like, why the fuck did you do that already? Like,
if you wanted the B team to win, like maybe they could have maybe scored an upset over Dolph and Drew. At the very end, at least, so, like, at least both teams could save face, Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
You could show them. You've been showing them as a dominant force, like...
So, like, are you doing this thing with Chad Gable, or are you gonna just get eliminated first in the thing. Maybe that's why they got eliminated first, because they don't want them to get involved in the tag division right now. I don't know, man, but like it frustrated.
What would you do then?
It frustrated me so much watching this, because I was like, I've been every time that fucking bagpipe theme music of his hits, I get really fucking amped. I'm like, oh shit's gonna go down now, and then I'm like, they fucking lost. They were the first team. They got eliminated before Heath Slater, Rhino, Fandango, Tyler Breeze, the Ascension. The Revival, like, all these teams, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? The best two wrestlers in the match were the first eliminated. It really set me off in a bad mood for the rest of the show.
Revival and B-Team last would have been fucking cool.
That would have made sense. Like, why was it Heath Slater and Rhino? Nobody gives a shit about them anymore. They were cool for 5 minutes on SmackDown, like, a year ago.
By the way.
And, and then, God, I guess that's...
More food!
Yeah, more food. 2 weeks in a row of food fights. And that's actually the next thing on my docket is fucking Baron Corbin. So, this past week on Raw...
Wow, I'm really transitioning you a lot.
Yeah, I know. That was a good segue, bros.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't really say transitioning, but,
well,
in my circumstances, of course.
In your circumstances. I'm glad you caught up on that. I guess you've been practicing on your phrasing and recording yourself later.
I have been recording myself. And
okay.
I don't know if it's deeply as bad as you say it is, but, I'm working on it,
It's definitely deep.
It is deep,
Yeah.
Everything I do is deep,
Well...
I thrust into life deep, everything I do.
See, that word right there is a little questionable, but I wouldn't...
We were just using it. What do you mean it's questionable?
I didn't say thrust. Nobody said thrust.
That word.
Yeah, that word.
I thought you meant the other one.
Well, the other one, yes. I mean, you double down on it at that point.
I don't double down on anything. Except for eights in blackjack, okay?
Okay. I thought you meant like eights. Like
aces and eights?
No, like an 8. Like, that girl's an 8.
I only double down on 8s, not 9s.
That math doesn't add up. But anyway, so speaking of food fights, fucking
Baron Corbin, Kurt Hawkins doesn't want his 200th loss.
200 losses in a row. So he faces a jobber.
Yeah. Okay, what can go wrong? Well, there's a fucking table set out there with food for some fucking
tacos, because he said if he wins his match, he'll give
a
free taco to everyone in the ring.
Taco,
by the way, there was only like 50 tacos there, and there was like 50,000 people in it.
The crowd really wanted the tacos, though.
They were chanting for the tacos. I will give them credit.
I'm kind of pissed that they didn't give them the tacos.
I know. And then, for no reason whatsoever, Baron Corbin decides to attack the jobber, and he gets Curtis Hawkins DQ'd, so his losing streak continues. And I'm just watching this, I'm like, what? What? Why did Corbin do that? He wasn't on Raw the last week, neither was Kurt Hawkins. Like, what is happening around here?
What is happening?
It's like in a video game when you're playing season mode of wrestling and they're just like, two guys just randomly start fighting backstage for no fucking reason. You're like,
Lance Storm and HBK. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's so random.
It's the worst feud ever. And then
RVT and Sin Cara.
Okay, and then he takes another turn with Baron Corbin. Right, yeah. And he goes backstage and talks to Kurt Angle, and he says, like, you see what I did out there? And he's like, yeah, I don't know why you did that. I'm like, yeah, me neither.
Fuckface.
It would have been great if Corbin said, yeah, I don't know, I was bored. And then he's like, I've been talking to Stephanie McMahon, and I've been underutilized around here. So here's a letter saying that I'm the constable of Raw. I'm like, that's the first time they've ever used that word in wrestling. That 90% of the wrestling crowd doesn't even know what that fucking word means. But like, why would Stephanie McMahon, what is her official title in WWE?
She's the general manager.
Her real position.
Fucking cunt. I don't know. I don't know.
Alright, well, whatever. She's the general manager of Raw and, like, an executive in WWE. Why in the fucking blue hell would she just name Baron Corbin, a random wrestler who's not doing shit, the constable of Raw?
And what does that
mean? To help oversee what Kurt Angle's doing.
I know what a constable is, but what the fuck does that mean in
wrestling? Yeah, it doesn't mean shit, Fred. It doesn't mean shit.
There's been general managers, there's been commissioners, there's been presidents. President Jack Tunney, You know?
Yeah.
We've had, who have we had? Mostly commissioners.
Mostly commissioners, general managers, yeah.
Yeah, really. They don't really space out a bit. Constable, though.
Constable.
What the fuck? And can you pick more of a more random title for somebody?
Why couldn't they just say, like, assistant general manager?
There you go.
Assistant to the...
assistant GM. Assistant to the regional.
I almost said regional manager. Anyway, whatever. So now Baron Corbin has some kind of authority on Raw. Fucking great. I'm so fucking happy.
He doesn't.
Oh my god. I really like this segue.
I do. I do.
I thought you were going to do another one.
No, I mean, everything's good, man. But
it wasn't.
But, yeah, well, whatever. I'm not going to... Okay, we'll wait, but I'll just preface this by saying that Memorial Day, you just realized that I was the straightest guy.
He wasn't.
I'm so full of straight stuff, Like in my...
terribly unconvincing.
In my
what was that, Fred? You're kind of trailing off there.
This is a test?
What?
Test.
This is a test. Oh, God. And then later in the show, this is like, again, I kind of wanted to rant about the referees a little bit because...
Referees?
Yeah, the referees, because earlier in the show they had fucking Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal and Elias. And, like, Elias brought a chair into the ring, and, or somebody brought a chair in the ring, and fucking Elias just DDT'd Seth Rollins on it, right in front of the referee, and the referee's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, DQ him, that's what you do.
That's what you do.
And he just, like, he let it happen, and that was the end of the match, and he pinned it. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like... I think what happened was, because I think Samil or the other, I don't know, one of the Singh brothers interfered in the ring, and he, like, ran across the ring. I think the referee was supposed to follow him and kind of be like, hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. And that's when he was...
distract him and then do the DDT.
But the referee just, like, bounced right back and was like, oh, shit! Was I not supposed to see that? Oh boy.
Man. I've been supposed to give him an ass whooping in backstage.
So I was pissed off about that. I'm just like, that was really, really poorly. And the announcers,
that might have been a mistake, honestly.
It had to be a mistake because the announcers did not acknowledge the fact, like, why wasn't that a DQ? Nobody said a damn thing about it because nobody knew what to do about it.
Right.
Then later in the show, they have this 6-woman tag match: the Riot Squad versus Sasha Banks.
Bayley?
No, not Bayley. Bayley came later. Sasha Banks, the women in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Ember Moon and who's the other Raw girl in the match?
Mickie James? You mean?
No.
Alexa Bliss?
Yes, Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
So Alexa Bliss again feigns an injury. So now, okay, that's already 2 injuries for the women's division on the show.
She's on the face team?
Yeah, she was on the face team.
What?
Well, she feigned an injury immediately and left the ring.
Oh.
But I'm like, okay, we're doing 2 injury angles in the same show. And then she leaves, and, Riot Squad's just triple teaming, Sasha and Ember Moon.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what? I'm like, okay, alright, so the Riot Squad's gonna win. Then Bayley comes out of nowhere, and she just tags into the match, and the referee allows it, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
You're not in the match.
What the fuck are they doing?
Idiot.
And of course they did correct us later because Baron Corbin was like, hey, like, Kurt, I don't know if you saw that, but Bayley's not a legal member. She can't just tag into a fucking match. And like Kurt Angle's like, and Kurt Angle's just like, I'm the constable. And Angle's just like, the referee's decision's final. And I'm like, no, Kurt, I'm with Baron on this one. This one doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, you can't just replace a guy in the middle of the match, or girl, whatever.
Yeah, you can't.
You just can't do that.
You can't, like...
So they reversed the referee's decision and made it a DQ or something. Whatever. God. But I'm like,
come on.
You had the opportunity right there to also correct the other fuck up by the referee, which was a real fuck up. Like, you had the opportunity, because this happened after the first one. Like, nothing. You're not going to acknowledge the fact that he should have gotten DQ'd. Like, I just don't understand. 2 fucking referee mistakes in the same show. One was planned and one wasn't. And 2 women's wrestling injuries in the same show. I'm like, Do the fucking writers cross-reference their notes, like, when they're doing shit? Like, oh, we're gonna do an injury angle. Oh, we're gonna do an injury angle. Like, I don't understand who writes this shit.
Oh my god.
Sorry, man.
It sounds like a lot of fuckery going on.
I was really not fucking digging this Raw. Both weeks of Raw.
Shit.
It really pissed me off.
Well, everything sounds kind of boring to me, but...
It is boring. It's boring, and it's
But you wanted to talk about... Well, hold on. Let's not talk about that anymore. Let's talk about this. Let's go to SmackDown.
Let's go to SmackDown, yeah.
Because there are some stuff on the docket on SmackDown.
And you know what, Fred? We've gotten a lot of flack for our comparisons of...
a lot of flack!
A lot of flack for comparing Raw and SmackDown to beer, okay?
Well, who did that?
The PWO members, Smart Spot, and who else did? Who else made fun of us? The Brocast made fun of us for this.
They did.
And
yeah.
And what's the other one? NWA or something like that.
No, well, I think you missed.
You know what? I'm gonna.
I think you misplaced the words in that.
You know what?
I'm
You know what? I'm gonna get them back. I'm gonna get them back right now. Well, you know what? Give me 8 months. Give me 8 months, and I'll be right back on top of that.
It's like it's like a pregnancy.
In 8 months, I'll have a really
I'll deliver a joke out of my pussy.
I will really deliver a good comeback, but I just need some time. I just really need some time.
It does take 8 or 9 months for a pussy to, to deliver a joke. So,
You call me a pussy?
No, the person that did.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, well, we like to drink liquor. We like to drink beer. I'm sorry that, your fine crafted beers are, we're not good enough for them for your, for your well crafted vaginas, but it's all good.
I feel like they're missing the point though. The point was Raw is this big,
elaborate thing,
big elaborate long thing. It's like a really heavy beer. It's like, yeah, I can drink it. I can enjoy it over a steak dinner or a burger or something. But if I'm gonna get hammered, I'm not drinking that shit. Like if I want to watch wrestling, and I want to enjoy it, I'm probably not watching Raw. Probably not watching Raw because I don't like it. Raw is the shitty fucking craft beer. And I know craft beer is the big thing right now. I get it. Fucking get your fucking stouts, you got your IPAs. By the way, IPAs are fucking garbage. I'm 100% over the IPA thing. I get it.
It's been said.
It's been said. It's out there.
It's out there in the airwaves.
SmackDown's that nice, cool, light beer that you can put back a couple and you're refreshed. You get a little drunk, you enjoy it.
I like it.
And when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to fucking fart your ass out. you don't have to I have to take a shit because I drank really shitty IPA last night.
You like to talk about your beers a lot, but you don't like to talk about the end result of them either.
No.
So Josh and Leo, explain to the viewers at home.
And Tom? Is that how you say your fucking name?
Tom.
Isn't there an H in it?
You can say it that way too.
Yeah, well, it's an Aussie thing, I think.
It's an Aussie thing.
Oh, out in the outback, eh?
Oi, oi, oi. Let us know how your girlfriend and wife thinks about your nasty, shitty fucking farts that are coming out of your anus.
Really, missing the point because all you heard was Coors Light, and you were like, "Oh, fuck these guys." You know what? I'm not just talking about Coors Light. I'm talking about an Amstel. I'm talking about a Stella. I'm talking about a nice, easygoing beer that's not gonna fuck you over in the end.
Modelo.
That's the SmackDown of beers. It's the light beers that don't make you feel
Miller
like shit.
High Life, just to,
I have no problem putting back 5 beers of fucking of Bud Light. I don't give a fuck. I'm American. Are you? Well, I mean, Brocast isn't, but
they're not.
No, they're not.
They wouldn't be part of that joke.
That joke didn't really deliver.
No. It's okay, but I'm there with you, buddy.
All right. You're with me on this one.
That. I don't like getting attacked. Okay. I thought we've been through this already.
No, we're not through this apparently because
apparently I gotta wait a fucking year to hear shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again.
Do you want to start another war?
Because you know what?
That's been done.
Because I got something to say for you. And it's this. You are... I'll finish my thought in 8 months. 8 months.
I'll be waiting. Put
Put a little notey in your calendar.
My calendar, my phone calendar doesn't go to 8 months. It's saying it's way too long.
It's saying it's way too long?
Yeah, it says that.
That's weird. It's specifically saying way too long to get a comeback, too.
Yeah.
Like, why does...
For a comeback, I'm putting an appointment and not a comeback.
I don't understand. I don't understand why your phone is...
So I shouldn't call it a comeback, you know?
I think you make a good point there. I don't think we can call it a comeback. I think
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
Right.
I won't.
Certainly I won't either.
So now that we double down on our SmackDown is the light beer, that is way better than your shitty craft beer.
Yes.
Let's talk about SmackDown. So Samoa Joe 2 weeks ago faced Big Cass and Daniel Bryan for the last spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and Samoa Joe won with the Coquina Clutch. Mm-hmm. So he's going in the Money in the Bank. Cut a really good promo after the show, and then also cut another good promo. I'm really digging Joe right now.
Sorry, Craig.
Yeah, no, we have Raw running in the background.
We're talking about the injury angle that just happened, and hold on, before we go, like, Talia's doing this injury angle, right? We just talked about this, pretty much, or these injury angles or whatever.
Yeah,
but oh my god, these injury angles don't make sense. And dude, they did it with Charlotte too against against Carmella at Backlash.
Oh yeah, they did.
They did another thing where like they missed that.
Tweak the leg.
My knee.
Tweak the leg. Yeah.
You know.
They go to the well too
often.
Hurt my
knee, man. Hurt my knee.
You remember like one of our first episodes? I think it was called Night of the Living Roll-Ups, where there was one Raw that had 3 fucking roll-up finishes in a row on the same fucking show. Mad. I was so fucking pissed off. I don't like when they do the same thing over and over. Fucking change it up, but fucking put a roll-up instead of a fucking injury angle on this show at least. God damn. Anyway, so Samoa Joe's going to Money in the Bank. So that sets the deck for Money in the Bank, the men's match. I mean, we can talk...
Can they anymore announce that Braun Strowman is not winning this?
You really think he's not winning?
Didn't he, fucking do something where he was on top of a ladder and, looked at Finn Balor
No, he smashed a ladder in half against Bobby Roode.
Really high, maybe.
I think Bobby Roode might be turning heel, by the way. Just by the mannerisms of how he was acting, because he had a singles match against Braun Strowman this past week, and he kind of was chicken shitting out the whole fucking match.
Yeah,
it was it wasn't very Bobby Roode face character. It was very he's being kind of a chicken shit heel right now. But he wasn't healed. He wasn't healed up. But that's just the vibe I got from it. I kind of feel like they're maybe trying to repackage him in some aspect.
They did specify, though, that the briefcase, whoever wins, though, they get the briefcase for that specified show.
They did, yes.
So we had some questions last time whether they can go to SmackDown or Raw, or whatever, but no, they specified.
Yeah, so now that Samoa Joe is in, the deck is set. It's Samoa Joe versus one of the New Day members versus Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, The Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, and Kevin Owens.
I don't see Finn. I don't see Finn Balor winning this anymore.
I don't think Finn Balor's winning.
He's way too involved with it.
Yeah,
for it to it seems too obvious.
I'm kind of, my thought this whole time was The Miz. I'm still kind of leaning towards that at this moment, but somebody's saying don't let this distract you from the fact that the Cavs just got swept. I don't give a fuck. Fuck basketball. Fuck basketball when my team's out of it. Braun Strowman's...
Cavs are leaving... LeBron's leaving the Cavs anyway, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know, man. Braun Strowman's... I still think he's a legit threat to win this match. To me, it's...
Yeah, I don't know if The Miz is going to win anymore. I don't think The Miz is going to win. It's either going to be Braun Strowman or it's going to be Rusev, I think. It's going to be someone fucking... really not obvious or someone really obvious.
I have 3 categories. I have the definite not winners. Kevin Owens is not winning.
No.
The New Day is not winning.
No.
And Finn Balor is not winning.
Right.
I have my favorites who are Braun Strowman, The Miz, and Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
And then I have my secondary tier where I'm dark horse, I'm going to call it.
Dark horse, yes.
Bobby Roode, Rusev.
Yeah.
And that's it. Bobby Roode and Rusev. I could see one of them winning, but
Aiden English couldn't hold Rusev's thing.
Yeah.
I mean, not thing, but, briefcase.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Rusev wins, then Lana's definitely winning the other one, right? Because...
If Wait, what?
If Rusev wins, do you think Lana's going to win the women's one? So they have Mr. and Mrs.?
Shit.
Well, who do you think's going to win the women's one? Because I'm just like, I'm totally... I have no fucking idea who's going to win the women's one. The Raw one, I kind of have my ideas. The women's one, I'm just like, I don't really care if any of them win it.
Fuck, I don't know.
Natalya?
Could be Natalya.
Ugh.
Could be.
Well,
I'm not happy about it, but
yeah,
she's got a good one.
If she wins...
Becky Lynch beat Charlotte Flair, which makes me
If
think
Natalya
that
wins Money in the Bank, that means Ronda Rousey's winning the title, and then she's going to cash in the same night.
Which sounds really stupid.
That would be really bad.
Because, like, fuck. I don't know. These are really hard to tell. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
But I agree. There's, like, different categories of,
Yeah.
how it's going to go.
I guess the last thing that's on my list here is we gotta talk about Big Cass, man. We gotta talk about him, man. We got a Big Cass problem here. We gotta talk about Big Cass.
But he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, dude.
You can't teach that, though.
So he lost the triple threat Money in the Bank qualifier 2 weeks ago, and then this past week on Raw there was no Daniel Bryan, so kind of like SmackDown wasn't as good as it has been, just because Daniel Bryan being back at all makes the show a little bit better. So, Big Cass cuts this awkward promo with Renee Young, who's like 5 foot tall, like on the top of the entrance ramp, facing the crowd. I'm just like, what is this angle they're doing? And he cuts this 5-minute promo, literally saying big, tall, small, giant, like 1,000 fucking times.
Whatever synonymous words go with big and small.
Basically. And it might have only been like 3 minutes or so. But it felt like 10 to 15 minutes because it just dragged on so fucking long. And
he talks so slowly.
Yeah, I'm educated. Like,
I am educated.
Me and Fred were big... We were like big Colin Cassidy fans back in the day. With like when he was with Enzo, and then when he was feuding with Enzo. Then he got that injury, was out for like a year. He's back. And I'm just not feeling it right now, man. He's just off his fucking game altogether. Promos and matches.
Yeah, like I said, he came back as if, like, he fucking never learned wrestling before, it almost seems like.
Yeah, you said that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then, me and you were talking on the side the other day, saying, like, maybe, the fact that, Big Cass, like, Enzo had a lot to do with him being over, because Enzo was the mic piece and like he can bounce off of him and stuff like that. And then they had a really good feud, and most of that was because of the emotions of Enzo.
Right.
So without him, it's like I just thought that like I thought I saw like a little spark of something good in Cass before he got hurt.
Yeah, me too.
But,
me too. I totally agree.
Maybe I was just seeing something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we've been wrong about things like that before. I mean, we were both kind of on the Carmella bandwagon for a while, and I'm like, I'm kind of off of it now that I've seen her wrestle more. She's still good on the mic. I'll give her credit with that.
I know. Everything else besides her wrestling.
And
good.
And look at that. The two of them are dating, so maybe they just suck together. Maybe they should break up.
Maybe Enzo needs to come back. Just let him back.
Let him come back for one show.
That song is terrible.
Let him come back for one show just for Big Cass to beat him up.
Did you hear the Enzo song? I know this is old news at this point.
No, I didn't bother. I heard it was terrible.
It's real stupid.
He fucking rapped, right? Like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
I know you wouldn't like it, but like,
no.
Anyway, but like it was just a bad song. It's so bad.
Yeah,
he was so annoying.
Somebody on Periscope saying he's so annoying. He is. He's very annoying. I just I don't know, man. It's been a rough couple weeks of wrestling. You know what? Like, we always complained when pay-per-views were 2 weeks apart that another fucking pay-per-view.
A review,
But like Backlash was like almost a fucking month ago now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now there's like all this time between all these shows, and I'm just like, maybe it was better when they were closer together. Like, maybe they should do a show once every 3 weeks, not every 2 weeks. 2 weeks is too often.
It just exposes the writing.
Yeah, it really does.
That's the problem.
And if they don't have like a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam approaching, and it just really drags along right now. And that's what's going on in WWE right now. It's fucking dragging. Like, Fred's not even fucking watching it. He's just, like, reading it, watching YouTube clips at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, even that, I'm like, you know...
You're not even doing that.
No, I'm not. Like, this is all new to me that you're telling me, but, like...
Oh my god, we have a wrestling podcast.
Some things I know, like like the Sami Zayn stuff or whatever, but like
the comment on Periscope. The problem is the show sucks, and that is 100% true. The show sucks.
Or that show?
No, you might mean both.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be wrong either. This is real.
That's true. He wouldn't be wrong. That's for sure. Yeah.
So, guys,
truthful thing was said.
We have a special giveaway on this week's show.
What?
It's a gently used the pretty bow fell off of Ric Flair's "To Be the Man" book. Why isn't it sticking? So, if you listen to our show on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, or Spotify tomorrow, and you listen for the special code, and you're the first one to respond to us at Wretched Wrestle, you will get this book for free. It's a little worn. I've read it a couple times. The page are yellow a little bit.
Like on the corner is a little thing.
I said it was gently used. Okay, it's more than gently used, but it's a free book. If you've never read it, it's actually a really good book. I just want to get rid of it.
It is a good book. I
just want to get rid of it. I've been trying to sell a lot of shit on eBay, and nobody wants this, so I'm giving it away for free.
The hardback copy.
So if you listen to the audio version of our show tomorrow, you can get this copy for free.
You're the only one that has the soft covered fucking version.
I got it for.
I have the hardcover. Everybody else I know does. You're the one that has the soft cover.
Every other wrestling book I have is a hardcover, and that's why I want to get rid of this one, because it doesn't line up with the rest of my my Mick Foley, my Chris Jericho, my Bret Hart books. I have the Daniel Bryan book. Like, all of them are nice. This one sucks. It's just really bad quality.
Okay, we just promoted it, and then we said it sucks.
No, I mean the paperback sucks. Like, I want to get rid of it. So
it is a good book, though.
It is a very good book.
It's a very good read.
Good, and he talks a lot about the plane crash, which is probably the best part of the whole book, in my opinion. So yes, if you listen to the audio version tomorrow, you respond to us on Twitter with the code that I gave out.
The code.
There's a code.
Oh man.
The first person who gets it gets the book for free.
For free.
First
free stuff.
First WWE.
Swag.
For swag. So, yeah, that pretty much does it, man.
Dunsy doozy. There's only zero things to go over.
There's one more than that, actually.
Yeah.
There's one more thing than zero.
But it's not on the docket, so.
Yeah, because it's not on the docket because it has nothing to do with wrestling at this point.
What?
Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with wrestling. So,
okay.
We talked about this at the top of the show. Fred,
yeah.
We went to our...
Fred, got nervous for a second.
Fred's been dating this girl, Maria, for a couple months now.
Maria.
Fred's my best friend, so, like, he... I expected to meet her by now, but whatever, he waited.
But
he wanted to make sure it was right, I guess.
The timing was not right.
But I gave Fred an ultimatum a couple weeks ago. He said, if you don't bring her to the Memorial Day party, then you're kicked off the podcast. This asshole fell for it, first of all, because I wasn't going to do that. That would be a really shitty thing of me to do.
Oh. Shit.
And he brought...
Say it.
He brought a lady to the show.
Thank you.
He brought a lady to the show.
Oh, yeah.
I met her.
You met her.
I met her. There was so many things about her that was a little strange. You know what, Fred?
Strange? Come on, dude.
Can I ask you a favor, man?
Anything from a bud?
Can you get me a beer? Can you get me a beer right now?
We're almost done with the show, dude.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just get me a beer. Can you?
Really?
Can you? I'll carry the show. I've been carrying it all day because you haven't watched it this week.
All right, fine.
All right,
Hold on, I'll be back.
All right, go get me a beer.
What kind of beer do you want?
Fred's, anything.
You want a shitty IPA?
Anything. All right, so I gotta level with you guys.
Oh man.
You know what? You know what, Fred?
I don't see beer back here.
You know what?
What?
I meant the beer in the upstairs fridge. It's like right behind behind the wedding cake, so like don't move it around too much. It's kind of far away, so you kind of gotta go upstairs and like be far away to go get it. Can you?
I gotta know what's wrong with you today. You're loco.
Well, I don't want a 4 Loko, so please don't get me that. You can get me 4 beers though. That'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you bring them down individually though?
Very odd, but yes, I can.
Okay. Cool, man. Cool. All right, guys. I got a fucking level with you, Fred. All right, he's gone. Fred brought a fucking stripper or an escort to the show. I cannot fucking kid you enough. He brought. This was not a girl that he was dating. This girl kept calling him Frank. This girl, I saw his money exchange at one point. Fred literally was protecting her all night from talking to anybody because he didn't want to pay. Dude, he was paying this girl. This was a fucking escort. Fred hired an escort to come to my Memorial Day party. I'm not even fucking joking you. Oh shit, I think he's coming. All right.
I didn't see any.
Just don't say anything, okay? Just go with it.
I didn't see any beer over there, dude.
Oh, right. I drank that beer. Ugh.
You drank it?
Yeah, I drank it before. I forgot. Thanks for the effort, though, man. That was really cool of you.
You made me do all that for nothing. I mean, like,
Sorry.
what did you do for like the last 4 minutes or whatever?
I was talking about.
I think you're just losing it, Craig, because
Yeah, my head's been a little all over the place lately.
Yeah, like there was clearly no beer in the refrigerator upstairs. So
Freddie,
hey,
Freddie Funbags.
Hey, babe.
So Fred, Maria was a little. Maria was an interesting catch you got there. She seemed a little out of your class, man. She was a high level roller, I could say, right? Like she
was definitely high level, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Top of the line.
Yeah.
Type of girl, you know.
Now, Fred, just one thing I picked up on her. I didn't really get to talk to her so much because I was like hosting and stuff and cooking and stuff.
You're cooking the burgers.
Yeah. So I picked up on this a couple times. Why did she keep calling you Frank?
Frank.
She called you Frank several times. Your name is Fred.
Oh, you caught that. Well, I thought it's so funny. It's okay. Simple. Well. Why did she call me Frank? You know what? Craig, it's just like a nickname we have and stuff like that. You know, like she likes to call me Frank. It's like a funny name, like so that's okay. You know, it's like it's a nickname.
Your name is Fred. Frank is not a nickname for Fred. It's actually got more letters.
No, it doesn't.
There's 4 in your name.
Yeah, but you sure?
There's 5 in Frank.
FRAC.
That's frack.
Oh.
So that was a little strange. I found that a little strange.
Okay.
You know, there was a couple other things I saw. I noticed that you were kind of hovering around her all night too. Like, were you?
I was smitten, Craig. I mean, come on.
Of course,
like a kitten.
Of course. How could I have not seen that?
I mean, I was
totally right.
Of course,
man.
I was all over that piece of thing. You know, like whatever.
There was a thing at the end. The thing at the end of the night, everybody else had left, so it was kind of like I finally got to really like talk to you and her for a couple minutes right before you left.
Yeah.
And you know, as I was approaching you, I saw you giving her like $200. Yeah, or
$200.
Yeah, something like it was a couple. I saw $100 bills, and I saw multiple of them.
You know, no. It wasn't $100 bill.
So, like, what was that about?
Like, I was just paying her back for the bazooka that I bought from the grocery store.
How much bazooka could you possibly fucking need?
A lot of bazooka.
I
like my bazooka.
Wait, would you go to Costco or something?
I didn't. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I got like the big jug or something like that. I was just giving her money back, Craig. Like, what are you doing to me? Like, what's going on here? You overanalyzing everything we do? Like, just because our relationship...
You know what, you're right.
My relationship
You know what, you're right. You're totally right, man. It's totally... I'm totally reading into this too much. Yeah, I'm totally reading into this too much. Except for this last...
You are.
This last thing.
What?
This was the real red flag that I... And
we gotta push stop now.
Now, you guys were standing on the side of my house.
Stop.
Beep, boop, boop. I hit stop. So it's just you and me now, Fred.
Okay, finally.
Yeah, so... you were standing on the side of my house, and you guys had already said bye, and I heard, like, you guys didn't really walk away yet, and I was still cleaning up and stuff, and I overheard you say something to her, like, yeah, thank you so much for doing this. I might need you again in the future. Like,
yeah.
Here, let me get your number. And I'm like,
no,
wait a minute. Like, don't you have Maria's phone number? Like, why would you say something like that to somebody you've been dating for 3 months now?
I didn't say number. I didn't say number. I said, can I get your slumber? Like, will you sleep over tonight? You know?
You can get her slumber. That's what you said?
Yeah, it's like I was just like I was asking her cordially if she wanted to sleep over. That's all, you know. Like I'm trying to be a gentleman for Christ's sake.
Yeah, no, I guess you're being a gentleman. Yeah, okay, okay.
Oh my god! Like I knew this was gonna happen, Craig. I knew it. It's almost like why I almost didn't even want to like have her around, and it was also the reason why I didn't want to escort her to this party is because clearly you were gonna dissect this, you know?
That was a strange...
Like, hand in hand,
that was a strange usage of words right there that,
What?
No, I mean, I was funny because I was talking to them about, Godfather before, and, like, you know, how he had his, like, he had his escort, so it's just so funny that you use the word escort in that exact scenario. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so... I don't know. I just thought, you know, maybe we can get into more. Maybe
Michael Corleone and his wife.
Yeah. You know what, Fred? You know what? You're right. I definitely was looking for problems to find. I looked for a problem.
You were dissecting it.
I was dissecting it too much. It's totally my fault. And you know what? She seems like a real nice gal. Can't wait to see her again.
She's worth every penny, figuratively. Like, you know, like. Worth my time and my money and my. I
gotta start writing these things down now because
don't do that either.
First word.
Just don't. No, come on. You know I don't say things right.
Escort.
You just got me all flustered and you're.
Worth every
penny. No.
Okay. So,
you wrote slumber.
Right. Yes. Let me get your number right. Okay.
No,
Slumber. Sorry, I miswrote. It's like a typo with writing. All right. Well, I can't wait to meet her again. I kind of want to see her every day of next week. Is that cool?
No,
Can we?
I'm almost disappointed, like where this is going. You know,
you're disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
Oh,
because
I'm sorry.
I think you're kind of like still in the closet about some things.
Definitely not in the closet about anything.
You know, I'm clearly out, with my relationship. And
there's no closet that you've come out of yet.
You know, and...
that door is fucking fucking padlock on that shit.
And, you know...
The master lock.
I give you $1,000 though. My buddy. If you go take the master lock.
Oh no.
We'll set up another meet, okay?
Yeah.
And you can ask her all the questions you want. You can ask her why we came up with the nickname Frank, which...
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing...
To be frank...
Yeah.
We called it that because my nickname was originally Frankfurter, and, like penis, you know what I mean? Like, so she nicknamed...
Got it.
Got it. So then we shortened it to Frank.
It all makes sense now. I'm so happy. I'm so happy you explained these questionable
when I'm with
things.
her,
that definitely
it's
happen.
shortened to Frank.
Yeah, you know what? There were so many red flags, Fred, and you just fucking chopped them down. And now I believe everything you say. I'm totally on board. I cannot wait to meet her again.
Thank you very much.
I cannot wait to meet her again. It's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah. Well. Not too many times, but we will see her again when the time is right and when my resources.
I know. Sometimes when you bring the girl around, you gotta kind of lay out a little bit of money to wine her and dine her and 69er. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So I get it. I get it, man.
It's a gentlemanly thing to do.
Yeah. You can't bring her every time because it's just gonna cost too much money.
It's gonna cost me some dough, baby.
Yeah.
It's just just the way it is. Like girls are, You know how girls are, they spend.
She might be a gold digger. For all you know, she might be a gold digger. You don't want to like.
You don't want to be a broke.
Yeah, you don't want to be broke. I'm really looking forward to meeting her again.
Oh, you missed that joke.
No, I did. I missed it. Sorry. It was a layup and I missed it, I'm sure.
I'll tell you after the show.
Yeah, God damn it.
I don't want to upset some people from other podcasts.
Oh, all right. No. What was that?
I'll tell you after the show.
All right.
All right. Well.
All right.
We'll square it away.
Talk
to her again.
Okay.
Set up a meet. We'll eat.
We should probably wait till payday, though, right? Like, you gotta wait till payday. So that, you know...
Like the candy or when I get paid?
I mean, it can be the candy, but I'm talking about when you get paid. so that, you can provide for her and show her that you're, somebody who can provide for her.
Yes.
Girls
and
like
I would
that.
give money to... I would give money to her willingly, for sure.
Definitely.
Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page with that. And
all right, Frank, I'm so happy we had this conversation.
Well, that's our nickname, but yes.
Sorry.
And please don't say that again.
Okay.
Because that was a... Well,
it's funny because it's funny because when people meet you for the first time, they always think your name is Frank for some reason. So it's kind of funny that that's your nickname for her. Like, what a crazy coincidence. Crazy.
It is a crazy coincidence, I must say.
I'm saying it's a coincidence. I'm not saying it's not. I'm agreeing with you. It is a quinky dink.
It ain't quinky dink. That's true. It's definitely true.
Definitely.
But that's all it is.
All right. I can't wait to talk about this some more.
I can't wait also.
All right, so... All right,
I guess we'll just get out of here then before we... Let's just get out of here,
Okay, we can get out of here.
It's past an hour now, so I think we should...
Oh, we're definitely past an hour,
Yeah,
so...
we should probably leave, because, you like to... Come on, let's go.
Okay, you want to go?
Wrap it up, bro. Hurry. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like you're trying to rush me out of this.
No, well...
I feel like
we're losing time, whatever.
Yeah,
so
we're losing...
please leave
we're losing
now
time.
Or whatever, please.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
You can follow us on Facebook at Wretched Wrestling. You right over there?
Mouth's a little dry, sorry.
Yeah, you had to do a lot of explaining there, but that's okay, man. You definitely talked your way out of that.
Out of what?
Out of my concerns. Yes, absolutely. Most definitely.
Most definitely. All right, let's
wrap this up. You can follow us on Twitter at Wretched Wrestle. Tweet us the code tomorrow, and you get a free Ric Flair book. Episodes are available on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Podomatic, sometimes SoundCloud, and you can like our Instagram, which has #NoOriginalContent.
It's really not even worth subscribing to, but...
No, it's really not. And you can get the brand new Wretched Wrestling t-shirt on our website at wretchedwrestling.com. You can find the link to all of our merch.
Get it, baby. I've been wearing mine.
Get at that shit.
Not tonight, but I do have mine, and I like it.
That's good. I'm glad.
I like the colors, the new colors,
Pink and black attack, baby.
We have a new logo. We have a new intro.
That's right.
We're giving fucking books out for free, apparently, like it's the library.
It's a new era. It's a new day.
It's a new day.
Yes, it is.
Of course it is.
All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to let Fred finish it out here and sign us off. And see you guys next week for our Money in the Bank preview edition.
Yes.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Let's go.
It's a good show, Fred. I'm glad you cleared all that stuff up, man. Really great.
Yeah, well, it
was great.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah. It's okay. It's cool. All right, guys. We're getting out of here, but I'll replay the show tomorrow, and I guess hopefully nothing that didn't set. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna skabba-doo-dop-a-bee-bop-bee right now. Okay, bye, guys.
Fred seems flustered.
Huh?